Welcome to another episode of Tales from Hell's Kitchen. Tonight's story, Sinning for a Saint. The year is 1932. The Great Depression is still in full swing. Life is harsh for many in America, barely managing to get by and living in squalor. Times are hard, and some are willing to do anything to survive. We look upon Stanley Nichols, one such man trying to get by in this difficult time on the destitute streets of Hell's Kitchen. Stanley has taken work doing jobs for Eddie the House Frankson, a fast-rising crime boss who has turned the plight of the economy to his advantage by recruiting many a desperate soul. Stanley is not a bad man. He does this dirty work not for his own sake, but for his girlfriend, Marianne, 6 months pregnant with his child.
Hey Mary, I'm back.
Thank goodness. What did they have you do this time? Please tell me you didn't rob anybody.
Come on, Mary. I already told you Eddie promised he wouldn't have me do anything too dangerous. Just a few shakedowns for protection money. Nothing more.
Nothing more, he says. I really wish you could just find some less dangerous work in the city. Something you wouldn't get arrested for.
There hasn't been any real options for me, Marianne. I'm not all that smart like some other guys. Being tough is all I really know.
That's not true. Remember those poems you used to write to me back when we first met? You've always had such a way with words.
I don't think the world wants any poets right now.
It'd still be better than being a thug for some mob boss.
Mary, come on!
No! Every day you go out there, I'm worried you're not gonna come back. I still remember last month when you came home with all those bruises and blood. This job is going to be the death of you, Stanley. I don't want to lose you because you're putting yourself on the line for me.
Marianne, listen to me. We're so close. We almost have enough saved up. 1 more month, and we'll have enough to leave this place together and start a new life. Somewhere out in the country, like you always wanted, remember? I'll get a job out on one of the farms, and then we can raise our kid together without a care in the world.
1 more month?
1 more month. I'm almost done, Mary, I swear.
Okay. Please, just be careful. Our baby needs a father, and I need my man.
Come here.
3 days later, at the Club Casbah, Stanley arrives at the house's personal office for his next job.
Stan! Good to see you again.
Afternoon, Mr. Frankson. How's the day been treating you?
Just dandy. But please, I keep telling you, call me Eddie.
Sorry, Eddie. What can I do for you today?
I'm glad you asked. I've got a telegram I've been passing around to some of the boys for tonight's job. Give it a quick read.
All right. A heist at the shipping docks?
Yep. I've got a tip that one of the Irish gangs has a pretty lucrative business selling some quality contraband through the shipping unions there. I don't like that happening this close to my turf. So I'm sending a few of my boys out to nab some of it and send a message. I want you to back them up.
Boss, the docks have police protection out there. We start a fight in that area and it's going to draw their attention. It'll be a slaughter.
Don't be so dramatic, Stan. The cops these days are spread thin trying to keep things in order. And the docks in that part of town are hardly worth a fuss. Honestly, it's low risk.
You promised me you weren't going to put me on jobs like this. Nothing more than money drops and collections. That's what you told me.
Look, Stanley, I know that was our initial agreement, but I've got a lot of my usual men for this kind of work doing other jobs. So I'm short-handed and I need you to fill the space. Besides, I'm paying you 4 times the amount compared to what I usually pay you for these jobs.
But you've never put me in a situation where I might have to shoot somebody. You know what, Eddie? I'm sorry, but this is too much. Look, I'm grateful for the opportunity you gave me for this job, don't get me wrong. But I'm not like you. Not like the other guys that work for you. You want me to knock around some heads, fine. But I draw the line at murder. Have a nice day.
Hold it, Stanley. I don't think you realize how this business works. You don't get to just quit when things get tough, and you're not walking away from me. Not unless you want some of my boys to pay your apartment a visit.
You wouldn't.
Oh, I would, though. You think you're the only schmuck to come to me desperate for a job to support their girlfriend? You're not a unique case, Nichols. And it wouldn't be the first time I've had to make an example of a quitter who was stupid enough to knock up some dame.
Don't you threaten her!
Easy there, Stan. There doesn't have to be a problem here. Just do your job like I asked, and I'll forget this incident ever happened. Capiche?
Fine.
Oh, and Stanley? I'm having my Lieutenant Razor work this job too. I'm holding you personally responsible for his safety tonight. Anything happens to him, well, I think you know.
His worst fears coming true, Stanley reluctantly makes his way to the docks. Razor is waiting for him in an alley a block away.
Hey, good to see you again, Stanley. You're just in time for the fun.
Let's just get this job done quick before we get caught.
Hey, don't be in such a rush. As you can see, I've already got the boys liberating the spoils. Seems like most of the potato eaters are out for some reason. There were a couple of them on watch, but we already took care of them.
How much are they hauling out?
About a dozen crates. It's not gonna take too long. Relax. Even if anyone does show up, we're more than equipped to deal with it. I've heard about some of your fights, and from what I hear, you can be quite the animal when the need arises.
It was nothing.
8 men unconscious don't sound like nothing to me, pal. Why hide all the talent? You could probably be a lieutenant just like me if you did this kind of work more often. Why settle for being a foot soldier?
I'm just trying to make some money. I don't have any plans on making this my life.
Come on, Stanley, you could...
Oh, no.
Well, that's kind of unfortunate.
We need to get out of here right now.
Are you kidding? The house said we're getting this stuff no matter what. Get your guns ready, boys.
You can't be serious. These aren't rival gang members, they're police officers. They're just doing their jobs.
Sorry, Stan. I've got my orders. Here they come.
Razor, you're too exposed. Razor, look out!
That was a close one. Great shot, Stanley. You really saved my bacon there, buddy.
Don't touch me, you animal. You animals! I can't believe you just shot up 2 cars full of cops. And you made me kill one of them because you couldn't keep your hot head down. Now I'm a murderer.
What are you so concerned about, Stan? They won't know it was us. They'll think the Irish did it. You've got nothing to worry about.
You're sick. You're all sick. I can't even be near you.
Hey, Stanley, wait. Where are you going? Stanley!
Traumatized, Stanley hurriedly returns to his apartment, scared and unsure of what to do.
Stanley? Stanley, sweetheart, what's wrong? Stanley, talk to me.
I shot a cop.
Oh, Stanley!
When I came to work, the house told me to help his thugs break into a rival gang's business on the docks. I told him I wouldn't do it, and he threatened to come after you. I couldn't say no. And when we got to the docks, the police showed up, and the house's boys started shooting at them. One of the house's guys was about to get shot, and I had to protect him. Oh, God, Mary, you were right. I never should have gotten wrapped up in all this. Now I'm just like them.
Stanley, listen to me. You're not like them. What you did was terrible, but I know your heart was in the right place. I still love you. You're everything to me. We can find a way to get through this. It's going to be okay.
No. This isn't something that can be fixed.
What are you doing?
Here, Mary. Take the money. It's everything we've got saved up. It's not enough for both of us, but at least get you out of here.
What? Stanley, you can't be serious.
As long as you stay here, you'll be in danger. You and our baby. At least this way you can live a good life.
But what about you? No life without you could be anything good.
I'm a marked man. I'm always going to be in danger. And so will anyone that's around me. I might be able to protect myself, but I can't protect you anymore, Mary. I'm so sorry.
Stanley, no. It doesn't have to be like this.
Please, just go, Marianne. Forget about me. Find some guy that can actually take care of you and the kid. You'll be better off.
I'm not going anywhere.
Mary, please.
I'm not leaving you.
Didn't you hear me, you stupid broad? I can't protect you. There's a bunch of crooks ready to kill you. Get out of my apartment. Go! Leave! I hate you! Get out! Get out! Get out! Ah! I'm sorry, Marianne. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Hours pass. Having killed a man in cold blood, forced to give up the love of his life, Stanley has never felt lower. His brooding is broken by a sudden realization.
The house might still be able to find Mary. It wouldn't matter if she was all the way out in the country. I know he'd send someone after her. I can't let that happen. I have to get to the club and deal with the house. It'll probably kill me, but I don't have a choice. No one threatens my Mary. Oh God, not now. Any time but now.
Stanley Nichols, there's a warrant out for your arrest regarding the murder of several officers of the NYPD. We have the building surrounded. Come out with your hands up, we'll come and drag you out.
Stanley finds himself in a predicament. As long as the house lives, Marianne and their unborn child are at risk. But before Stanley can do anything, the police have somehow found out about his role in the shooting. Can Stanley find a way to escape? Will he be able to stop the house in time? What will become of Marianne? All this in due time. On our next episode of Tales from Hell's Kitchen.